Coming up on AgweekTV, President-elect Donald Trump makes an important decision impacting the ag industry. Our Thankful for Ag series continues with stops in Minnesota and South Dakota.
A look at Sanford's new virtual care center and how it will impact rural health care.
And we'll have some ideas for putting gifts made with soy under the tree. Welcome to AgweekTV. I'm Emily Beal. President-elect Donald Trump has picked Brooke Rollins to be the Secretary of Agriculture. Rollins is the president of the American First Policy Institute. If confirmed by the Senate, Rollins will lead the 100,000-person agencies with offices in every county in the nation. This is the time of year many farmland owners and renters are in contract negotiations. There are a lot of things to consider in negotiations. Farmers may be preparing to operate on a net loss in the coming year with low commodity prices. Producers may be looking at rental negotiations as one way to cut costs. At the same time, land values are high. Rental rates vary based on a number of factors. The University of Minnesota has been holding meetings around the state, like this one in Alexandria, presenting information that can help landowners and renters reach a win-win agreement.
So finding that middle ground is always a little bit of a struggle. But finding a farmer-landowner relationship that works long-term is the best for both sides. We want everybody to be happy at the end of the day.
USDA estimates show non-irrigated cropland cash rent averages $200 an acre in Minnesota in 2024. Olinsky says rates have increased slightly over the last 5 years, along with land values, but he doesn't expect increases in rental rates in the coming year. Across the Midwest, many people live in rural areas where healthcare might be limited, but there's a new program designed to bring medical care to rural people in the Dakotas, Minnesota, Iowa, and even as far as Arizona and Florida. Ariana Schumacher shows us the latest advancement in virtual healthcare at Sanford in Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
Virtual care is bridging the gap between rural patients and their doctors.
Some of our patients in rural South Dakota may have to travel up to 3 hours one way to receive their care, which has barriers of, travel, time, expense.
To date, Sanford has had over 800,000 virtual care appointments.
Virtual care is really providing care to patients at a distance.
With virtual healthcare on the rise, it was time for Sanford to develop a hub for the service. On November 19th, they opened their virtual care center in Sioux Falls.
From this building, it is not just a state-of-the-art structure, but it is our commitment to reimagine the way we deliver care in rural America. We have our teams here that can collaborate and set our strategy.
The building houses a virtual primary care team, an education institute, and the Innovation Center, designed to advance virtual care technology.
This is an area we have a maker lab that we can bring our employees into to test out new ideas, make modifications to existing devices, bring in industry partners to co-develop with us, really a place to explore what is the best technology for delivering care to our patients and especially our rural population.
For those in rural communities, virtual care provides an option with less travel, while also helping to meet the healthcare workforce shortages.
We need to ensure access to care for everyone, regardless of their zip code. And sometimes that is the only way that we can reach those patients when they're in need of health care.
In Sioux Falls, this is Ariana Schumacher for AgWeek.
Sanford's virtual healthcare footprint covers a 250,000 square mile radius. Ambulance services play a vital role in rural healthcare, but many are facing serious challenges. The Minnesota Ambulance Association hosted a rural EMS roundtable in Dodge Center to focus on the problems and possible solutions for a sustainable future. Michael Junin, president of the Minnesota Ambulance Association, says the biggest concerns facing rural EMS departments are workforce and funding shortages. And he says concerns for rural ambulance services throughout the state are already high.
Demand on the industry is getting higher. And so if we don't start implementing solutions now, we're not going to have the resources available to address patient needs when they have them.
Junin encourages people to reach out to their local ambulance service and find out what issues their local EMS teams are facing. The USDA is investing $5 million to support tribal students at 15 land-grant colleges and universities across the country. One of the schools is South Dakota State University. The money will support high school students and current college students looking to achieve higher degrees.
The overall issue that students have when they come to college is feeling like they don't belong, so they lack that sense of belonging. So with this type of grant opportunity, we can support students' programming so that they feel more comfortable on campus and then can succeed that way. And then the financial backing is a small portion that, again, every student faces that issue, and so we're just making the students a little bit more comfortable culturally here on campus.
Montana State University also received this funding. Up next on AgweekTV, we continue our Thankful for Ag series with a family that's thankful for old farm equipment.
Looking to add non-GMO conventional and organic soybeans to your rotation this year? Soyco International out of Gary, Minnesota is looking for new farmer contracts for the 2025 season. They have proven marketing strategies, partnered with local agronomy expertise to work alongside and provide the certified seeds needed for their contract growers. Soyco International is offering premium prices to boost your operations' bottom line. Reach out to Sean Young today at 218-350-3863 to answer any questions.
Announcing another exciting land auction brought to you by Dakota Plains Realty and Land Company. Consisting of 550.8 highly productive acres of farmland in Grant County, North Dakota. Located south of Heil, North Dakota, this reserve auction will be sold in 4 parcels. This is a perfect addition to your farm or ranch operation or as an investment opportunity. Register to bid and learn more at bid.dakotaplainsrealty.com.
Mice are a real problem and get into everything. They leave a scent trail, bringing more mice to the party. Poisons and traps just lure mice in, leaving you with the mess and costly damage. Introducing Mouse Mix, the world's safest and most effective deterrent. The pleasant scent interferes with the mouse's sense of smell. Simply put, they can't stand it. Mouse Mix works 6 months for complete winter storage of campers, cabins, boats, cars, and farm equipment. Mouse Mix, you put it out and the mice leave.
Integrity, excellence, teamwork. At Titan Machinery, we take care of our team. Whether you are an experienced technician or looking to start your career, Titan has a spot for you. Earn a competitive pay with the potential to make in excess of 6 figures. Service techs, come grow with a company that invests in you. Titan Machinery offers company HSA and 401k contributions, affordable health insurance, and a generous tool allowance. Plus, we'll provide all of your uniform and safety gear. Apply today at titanmachinery.com/careers.
People's Company and Steve Dalen Farmland Sales eXp Realty are excited to auction 320 acres of Norman County, Minnesota farmland. Just 6 miles from the Ada West piling station, the land will be sold as 2 adjacent 160-acre tracts and has a proven record of excellent yields when growing sugar beets as well as small grains, corn, and soybeans. The auction is Tuesday, December 3rd at 10 a.m. at the Courtyard by Marriott in Moorhead. For more information or to register and bid online, visit peoplescompany.com. That's peoplescompany.com.
Every year at this time of giving thanks, we look at some of the ways we are thankful for ag. But how does a farmer remain thankful when that way of life is sometimes unforgiving? In this week's Ag Week cover story, Michael Johnson visits a farm family that has seen more than their fair share of challenges, but still carry on.
Our passion has always been farm to table.
Brittany and Stephen Springer haven't had an easy road to hoe. They started Cornerstone Farm in west central Minnesota in 2008. Since then, they've faced a series of challenges, but not only have they survived, they're starting a new venture, a restaurant in town featuring fresh food from their farm.
I'm thankful that we still do agriculture even though we have the restaurant, just because it gives us such a deep appreciation for the food that we're serving. There's a certain level of respect that you have for the food when you've raised it from its entire life to the final destination.
Some of their worst days made headlines for the family. Fires in 2020 and again in 2022 destroyed their barn and 1,000 dairy goats each time. But the worst was in 2016 when their 5-year-old daughter Savannah was in a farm accident that almost took her life. She recovered and is now an important part of the farm and restaurant, serving the food they grow.
I like being able to take care of the animals on the farm and being able to interact with other people and, here.
The Springers also stay busy homeschooling their 7 kids and raising them on the farm.
I'm thankful that we got to start with only agriculture and intensively doing agriculture so that our kids can grow up in that.
They also sell products from a number of other local farms and businesses. The Springers are thankful to combine their passion for food and farming while working together as a family. In Henning, Minnesota, this is Michael Johnson for AgWeek.
You can read more in the next AgWeek magazine or at agweek.com. Many farms are multi-generational, with the older generations passing down stories to the next. But I visited one farm in Moorhead, Minnesota that's thankful to be passing down and preserving much more than stories.
Just fascinating to me, the history of it.
Jimmy Nelson grew up on his family's farm near Moorhead, Minnesota, where they raise corn, wheat, soybeans, and sugar beets. Over the years, Jimmy has kept the machines that worked in his family's ground, restoring them to their former glory.
You won't know where you're going unless you look back at what you've accomplished and did and see how you got there. And with machinery, that sort of does it too. You can see it got easier, bigger, faster.
Jimmy estimates he has about 75 pieces of equipment, some fully restored while others are still in the process of being brought back to life. He has many fond memories from his childhood when looking at some of the restored equipment.
That is the first truck my dad bought new in 1954. And we thought, boy, that was really something. I mean, you couldn't have been more proud of a piece of equipment, that went down the road.
I've been very fortunate to hear a lot of stories about the older equipment.
Jimmy's son, James Nelson, is the third generation to work on the farm. While he isn't into restoration as much as his father, he knows its significance in keeping the farm's history alive.
I know the historical value, so I will be keeping all the stuff that the family has restored, my father's restored, and will never be getting rid of it. I mean, there's just so much value in knowing the stories and trying to pass those on to the next generation.
Well, I'm restoring a pickup with my grandpa, and it's a learning process, I would say.
J.D. Nelson may only be 15 years old, but he has taken an interest in restoring things, just like his grandpa.
It is very enjoyable having him around because he teaches me all the stuff he's learned because he restored a couple of cars before.
And every generation gets a little better.
Jimmy Nelson also has some restored equipment in Rolog, Minnesota at the Western Minnesota Steam Threshers Reunion. Ahead on AgweekTV, we'll have some holiday gift ideas that will bring you joy while helping soybean farmers.
Have what it takes to overcome challenges, raise more bushels, and grow a long-lasting legacy? Absolutely. At Peterson Farm Seed, we'll help you reach your potential and maximize returns on every acre. Peterson Farm Seed.
A farmer's work is never done. You're not just planting a seed or harvesting a crop. You're growing a legacy. When you're up before dawn and out long past dusk, you need a banker who will work with your schedule, not the other way around. At Choice, we do banking differently, giving farmers like you time back to focus on what really matters. Choice Bank, top North Dakota Ag Bank for 10 years running, and always people first.
Mice are a real problem and get into everything. They leave a scent trail, bringing more mice to the party. Poisons and traps just lure mice in, leaving you with the mess and costly damage. Introducing Mouse Mix, the world's safest and most effective deterrent. The pleasant scent interferes with the mouse's sense of smell. Simply put, they can't stand it. Mouse Mix works 6 months for complete winter storage of campers, cabins, boats, cars, and farm equipment. Mouse Mix, you put it out and the mice leave.
There's no easy button, no guarantees, or promises of a good year. This is farming. It's unpredictable and demanding, with long days and sometimes stressful nights. It's weathering the storms and coming out successful. Farming isn't for everyone. We thank those who make it their life, because it is for everyone.
We offer the full lineup of brand products. Big ones are going to be your conveyors, your land rollers, grain carts, high-speed discs. Those are going to be the very popular ones that we see out in the countryside and we like to have on hand here at all times.
Brand does a really good job of supporting the products and providing the parts on time and when you need them. For a full line of brand products, give us a call at 701-361-4790 or visit our website at northstar-ag.com.
You work well under pressure, fighting the clock to get your seed in the ground. At Peterson Farm Seed, we've got your back, always. Count on us to deliver what you need when you need it. Peterson Farm Seed, we're that kind of seed company.
AgWeek Weather is sponsored by Bremer Bank. Connect with a banker today at bremer.com.
How will the weather fare as we round out the month of November? Here's John with our AgriWeather Outlook.
The Great Plains, the Upper Midwest, and the Great Lakes region are staring down the battle of something we call northwest flow. Now, what that means is it's just a jet stream pattern, which for the moment is created a bit of a lull in the action, but will likely bring more snow chances and more cold weather as we get into the next couple of weeks. Here's what I'm talking about. Northwest flow in the jet stream pattern. This does two things. It tends to allow the really cold air from the higher latitudes to drop down into the northern plains and the Great Lakes area. At the same time, where the wind is a little more westerly on the south side of the jet stream, tends to allow very mild Chinook warming in the high plains. And that temperature contrast can create some very interesting temperature patterns. Now, for the moment, here as we start this weather pattern here on Sunday, the flow is rather split over the western U.S., and that means that this branch of the jet stream for the time being is relatively weak, so we're not seeing this as extreme a setup as it sometimes can be. We do have freezing weather from North Dakota across the Great Lakes down through the upper Midwest, and of course the higher mountainous regions. We are going to see this narrow little region, though, of fairly mild weather, which as we get into the middle of the week, I do see a little surge of very cold air coming out of this northwest flow pattern, but because the pattern is fairly weak, I don't think it will make real inroads. It will mostly stay a Canadian thing and then begin to retreat. Now, this split flow pattern will begin to evolve. It will keep the east and northeast states fairly cool, fairly cold, in fact. As we get toward the weekend, ridging will really complicate things. It'll take that split and squash it a bit and send it southward, and that'll be setting us up for the second full week of December for a likelihood of some mild weather into the northern plains to be replaced by some fairly cold weather once again. And in between all of that, the second week, December 8th through 14th, likely to be a little bit more stormy across the northern plains area. Meanwhile, the south, a little bit of a cool down in through Florida. This first week, the second week, things will warm up, I think, quite nicely. Precipitation pattern, this first week of December looks fairly quiet. With the split flow pattern, we'll see some significant rains along the Pacific Northwest coast. Most of the Rocky Mountain region will be fairly dry. Frankly, most of the United States outside Washington and Oregon will be pretty dry. There will be a couple of moderate snow systems probably staying just north of the Canadian border, but the second week looks quite active again. Somewhere in the western Great Lakes, northern plains, potential is there for heavy snow, rain further south, and generally a more active pattern.
When it comes to grain storage and handling solutions, one call does it all. Gateway Building Systems is one of the largest Brock bin dealers in the U.S. Our expert team is dedicated to creating a customized plan for your future success. Expanding your operation has never been easier with our range of Brock solid bins, grain dryers, conveyors, and more. As your trusted partner, we are committed to serving the needs of farmers. Take the first step toward success and call Gateway Building Systems today.
It's time to register for the Soil Health Conference, January 15th and 16th in Watertown, South Dakota. With excellent speakers, breakout sessions, awards, discussion panels, social events, and networking opportunities, this outstanding event will offer valuable information and experiences whether you are a backyard gardener, a small-scale producer, or a large-scale farmer or rancher. This is a chance to get your soil health questions answered and form connections with mentors and other producers. Learn more and register at sdsoilhealthcoalition.org.
People's Company and Steve Dalen Farmland Sales eXp Realty are excited to auction 320 acres of Norman County, Minnesota farmland. Just 6 miles from the Ada West piling station, the land will be sold as 2 adjacent 160-acre tracts and has a proven record of excellent yields when growing sugar beets as well as small grains, corn, and soybeans. The auction is Tuesday, December 3rd at 10 a.m. at the Courtyard by Marriott in Moorhead. For more information or to register and bid online, visit peoplescompany.com. That's peoplescompany.com.
Integrity, excellence, teamwork. At Titan Machinery, we take care of our team. Whether you are an experienced technician or looking to start your career, Titan has a spot for you. Earn a competitive pay with the potential to make in excess of 6 figures. Service techs, come grow with a company that invests in you. Titan Machinery offers company HSA and 401k contributions, affordable health insurance, and a generous tool allowance. Plus, we'll provide all of your uniform and safety gear. Apply today at titanmachinery.com/careers.
There's no easy button, no guarantees, or promises of a good year. This is farming. It's unpredictable and demanding, with long days and sometimes stressful nights. It's weathering the storms and coming out successful. Farming isn't for everyone. We thank those who make it their life, because it is for everyone.
AgweekTV Soy Insight, brought to you by the North Dakota Soybean Council.
It's Christmas shopping season, and the North Dakota Soybean Council has some great gift ideas. In this month's Soy Insight, Rose Dunn shows you some soy gift ideas that will make everyone on your list happy and also help soybean farmers.
You're never too young to love a gift made of soy, like this soft, adorable onesie made of soy fiber. But thoughtful gifts made from soy are not just for little ones.
There's so many great things that soy offers to us.
Cindy Paulskamp is on the United Soybean Board representing North Dakota soybean growers, and she loves to promote soy products as gift ideas.
So what a unique way to give someone a gift that is environmentally friendly, sustainable, and they're pretty cool gifts.
Soy products offer anything from bar and chain oil for chainsaw users to self-care items like soothing lotions or lip balms. How about a new pair of Skechers shoes or Okabachi sandals made with soy? Or even a set of soy-based tires to keep you rolling safely into the new year. Kids will love these soy coloring rocks, and of course, fragrant, clean-burning soy candles will brighten your holidays.
There's some pet things too. Pet foods, pet shampoos. There's great things because pets are a family too.
Soybean checkoff dollars go to research and develop new soy products.
It comes from the American soybean farmer, if not possibly your own farm.
With these great gift ideas for everyone on your list, there's no such thing as hard to buy for anymore.
The soy gifts that are available, you can find gifts for men, women, children, grandparents, cousins, and even your pets.
And don't forget a little something for yourself during the stressful holiday season.
As you take care of everyone else, no matter who you are, you need to remember to take care of yourself.
In Fargo, this is Rose Dunn for AgWeek.
You can find lots of great soy gift ideas and other soy products at soynewuses.org and click on Soy Products. Up next on AgWeek TV, we'll meet some students making their community garden a better place.
Have what it takes to overcome challenges, raise more bushels, and grow a long-lasting legacy? Absolutely. At Peterson Farm Seed, we'll help you reach your potential and maximize returns on every acre. Peterson Farm Seed.
Introducing the all-new Vaterstat Tempo K24, designed and built in the U.S. It combines capacity with superior precision, even at very high speeds. With PowerShoot technology that uses positive air pressure to take full control of the seed from the meter all the way down to the soil, using no belts, motors, or brushes. Start your journey to outstanding emergence. Pre-order your Tempo K today.
We started with a raw piece of ground out here, and we put in bins. And then we started coming in with the leg and dryer system and threw in a pit. The process with working with them has been very simple. It was a one-stop shop. go there. We came up with a plan together, and they have been executing it flawlessly. Hi, I'm Brian Hoffman, and I highly recommend using Advanced Grain out of Mayville, North Dakota.
We offer the full lineup of brand products. Big ones are going to be your conveyors, your land rollers, grain carts, high-speed discs. Those are going to be the very popular ones that we see out in the countryside and we like to have on hand here at all times.
Brent does a really good job of supporting the products and providing the parts on time and when you need them. For a full line of Brent products, give us a call at 701-361-4790 or visit our website at northstar-ag.com.
Announcing another exciting land auction brought to you by Dakota Plains Realty and Land Company. Consisting of 550.8 highly productive acres of farmland in Grant County, North Dakota. Located south of Heil, North Dakota, this reserve auction will be sold in 4 parcels. This is a perfect addition to your farm or ranch operation or as an investment opportunity. Register to bid and learn more at bid.dakotaplainsrealty.com.
You work well under pressure, fighting the clock to get your seed in the ground. At Peterson Farm Seed, we've got your back, always. Count on us to deliver what you need when you need it. Peterson Farm Seed, we're that kind of seed company.
As we continue our Thankful for Ag stories, a South Dakota town is thankful to its FFA chapter for building a community garden shed. Kennedy Tesh has more.
The Howard, South Dakota FFA chapter is living up to the FFA motto, Living to Serve. Students in the Advanced Ag Structures class are building a shed for the community garden. It will provide needed storage space for tools, but in the meantime, it's teaching students valuable skills.
Utilizing geometry, using math, you're using all kinds of different programs and stuff like that that allows them to get that hands-on experience and learn how to build and be able to do that for themselves in the future.
But they're also learning valuable life skills like cooperation and teamwork.
It's rewarding to be able to solve problems as a group and just do things together.
The school got a $500 grant from the South Dakota FFA Foundation. It's part of a program to support local service projects. Senior Calvin Halverson says it's been a great learning experience, and the shed will be a great addition to the community garden.
Not everyone's going to have to make sure they bring their tools to come and use the community garden, so it'll be kind of good if they forget something, they can just borrow something out of the shed.
Senior Mason Jacobson says he's learning about construction, teamwork, and he's getting much more out of the project.
It makes me feel really good about what we're doing, and just I'm glad to give back to the community that's already given us so much.
In Howard, South Dakota, this is Kennedy Tesh for AgWeek.
The school's art program is going to paint a mural on the shed when it's done. We appreciate you watching AgweekTV. Remember to check us out daily on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok to keep up on all your ag news. Have a wonderful week, everyone.